Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Sigilyph. Now Sigilyph or Sigilyph, however you say it, I think is actually a really cool Pokemon. I've used it a couple of times, I've got sweeps from it a few times, just because it can be a very, very good Pokemon if used correctly and if in the right scenarios. I've got two sets for you today. Typically Sigilyph, or Sigilyph, however you say it, I'm going to say Sigilyph, does not lend itself to be dynamax, so I haven't got a dynamax set, and it hasn't got the widest ability kind of pool, and necessarily with the move pools as well. But the second set is the interesting set, and the set that I've probably had the most use from. So we will jump into these sets now. The first set we have is a Choice Spec set. You could run Choice Scarf if you wanted to, just to allow that speed to be taken advantage of. If you wanted to, but it depends what you're deciding to go for. And on here we have Tinted Lenses as the ability, doubling the damage you do if it's not very effective. So if it was just normally not very effective, like so half, you would then get 1 time, so essentially is normal. And if it would be 4 times resisted, you would then only do half the damage. So you're still doing quite a bit more than you originally would have. So Tinted Lenses can be really handy here. Move-wise, we have Air Slash, which is powerful stab, flying type attack, also has the chance to flinch. You've got Dazzling Gleam, powerful fairy type attack, and hits a variety of Pokemon. Ice Beam, which again hits a variety of different Pokemon. And Psyshock, strong stab, psychic attack, and it hits the defense rather than the special defense. So if you've got a very specially defensive Pokemon that keeps on coming in against Sigilyph, you can then use Psyshock to take it down the defensive side rather than the specially defensive side. Eevee's gone for max special attack and max speed with a timid nature, so more speed and less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Obviously, do be cautious of the moves that you're using. So, for example, don't use Psyshock if they have a dark type in the back, because they'll just bring that in and force you to switch out. So do be cautious of what move you select. Sorry. And the second set, which is the set that I really enjoy using, it's a Cosmic Power Psycho Shift Stored Power set. So you've got quite a bit going on here, but it can be really handy. So we've got the ability as Magic Guard, meaning that the only type of damage that Sigilyph will take is from battle, so attacks that are actually hitting Sigilyph. You've got Toxic Orb, which will allow you to start, so it will Toxic you, give you severe poisoning. I don't know if Toxic you is the right way of saying it, but yeah. You will get Toxic, and you can then use Psycho Shift to move that over onto the other Pokemon, which can be really helpful for you, because that will start dwindling down their health, force them to switch out, and allow you to keep setting up, because they won't necessarily be able to set up. And even if they want to Toxic you to try and take you down, that's not going to work. So here you'd be setting up your Cosmic Power probably once, twice, 3 times, possibly even 4 times. You might even get to the +6, depending on how far you really want to go. But Cosmic Power will allow you to increase your defense and your special defense up by 1 stage each time. You've then got the Psycho Shift, as I've already explained, and Stored Power. Now, Stored Power increases in power the more stat raises you have. So if you manage to get 4 Cosmic Powers, that would be a stat raise of 8, which I believe that would then come to base 160 power on Stored Power. So very, very, very powerful move at that point. Also boosted by stabs, so going to be doing a lot to different Pokemon. And then just in case you've got things like dark types, you've got Air Slash there as a bit of support. And especially if you're faster, because base 230 speed is actually relatively good. It will outspeed a lot of different Pokemon, a lot of slower Pokemon as well. Having Air Slash as an option to flinch can be helpful too. Eevee-wise went for max HP and max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack and less attack. If you're really concerned, you could probably split it over the defenses. But I just wanted to give it that little bit extra kick at the end when you go for the stored power, so you might not necessarily have to set up another Cosmic Power. But I've managed to get this through quite a few times. A couple of times it has completely failed, I will admit that. But a couple of times it has also been absolutely amazing and I've swept teams. So it's the same with any Pokemon, but I really think Sigilyph is worth using, and this set is such a fun set to use. I really enjoy it. You can also run Flame Orb if you want to, but I found Toxic Orb works a little bit better. That is all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.